Dear learners and viewers, a very warm welcome to you all. I am Chandrasekhar Sikdar, lecturer of English, Dhaka Shiksha Board, Laboratory School and College. Today, I shall talk about 21st century higher education. This lesson has been taken from English for today, that means English first paper, and you will get it in Unit 6, Lesson 3. But if you have a copy of new edition, you will get it Unit 15, Lesson 3. Dear learners, this lesson is so important that at the end of the discussion you will find a change in yourself, and that will help you to chalk out your way to destination. Dear learners, this lesson is about 21st century skills that are very important in the global economy. Why global economy? Because global economy determines and manipulates everything in today's world. Dear learners, you know, nowadays workplaces become so complicated, demanding a wide range of other skills, higher skills, and communities become so interconnected with medias and other things that as individuals need to acquire these 21st century skills. These 21st century skills are very important, and they will help us in many ways. They will help us to increase our creativity, our citizenship status, and they will also help us think critically, make judgment about barriers and barriers of information, evaluate accuracy and value of information. So, living in this today's century, we must need to acquire all these 21st century skills. Dear learners, before going to start our session from the text, we need to look on the salient features of 21st century. The salient feature of 21st century, first of all, global economy. Okay, global economy, dear learners, we are living in the age of globalization, and today world is called a global village. And you know, here the fourth industrial revolution has taken place in this 21st century. Then science and technology. Science and technology have brought about a revolutionary change changed in the world, in today's world, and have altered the world within a very short span of time. Okay, innovations and inventions, for example, nanotechnology, nanomedicine, bioengineering, quantum computing, all these things have a deep impact on the facets of our everyday life, and this was really impossible to imagine a few decades ago. And last of all, world literature. There is a notion that the studies of humanities and science hold human civilization. Okay, and today in 21st century, because of technology, because of the growing need of information, freedom of expression, we accelerate world literature, and 21st century world literature is increasing, is thriving, and especially for the young learners who have different purposes, who have different scope of learning and purposes and resources. Now, dear learners, on the basis of the salient features of 21st century, we can categorize it into three. These are learning skill, literacy skill, and life skill. Learning skill indicate the interaction between the teachers and students, and literacy skills focus on how students can comprehend the factual information and separate it from misinformation that floods the internet. And third one is life skill skills refer to the intangible element of our everyday life. It also focuses both personal and professional qualities. Now, dear learners, these three categories of skills include other 12 important skills. These are creativity, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, information, media, technology. Life skill, under life skill we see flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skill. Now, what is critical thinking? Critical thinking, it means to find solution. Creativity, thinking outside the box, to create something new. Collaboration, to work with other people. Communication, to talk to other people in the society or in a group. Information literacy, that means understanding the facts, statistics, and other things. Media literacy, that means understanding the outlets or the media in which information is published. Technology literacy refers to the gadgets. What gadgets perform what task and why. Flexibility, not to be so strict or rigid, changing your plans as demanded or as needed. Leadership indicates the quality to lead a team to accomplish something. Initiative, changing your plan or strategies, that means be the starter to do something. Productivity means the ability to complete work in an appropriate amount of time. Social skill, these skills refer to talking or meeting other people in the society for mutual benefit. They also indicate etiquette and manners, and sometimes in a small talk in today's world. Okay, so we can see these 12 skills together will contribute a lot to our future career. So we, as a citizen of 21st century, we need to acquire all these skills. Now, dear learners, think and note down the demands of 21st century. Okay, 21st century demands productive and enthusiastic norms of education. Education should be more practical rather than theoretical. Every organization has to think about the policies globally. An intelligent and prospective person is getting higher priority everywhere. So, if we consider it, then it will help us how we will pave our way to reach our destination. Okay, Tony Wagner, in his famous book, The Global Achievement Gap, Why Even Our Best Schools Don't Teach the New Survival Skill Our Children Need and What We Can Do About It, in his famous book says that children in the 21st century will need to learn the ES and PS. Okay, and ES and PS consist 4 E's, that means explain, talk about the past experiences, talk about emotions and feelings, and evaluate. And 4 P's mean predict, problem solve, project, and pretend or imagine. So these are the 4 E's and 4 P's, which is very important to learn from the very beginning. Okay, now dear learners, let us start from our text. Okay, many educators believe that one of the functions of education today should be to impart 21st century skills that are indispensable for participation, achievement, competitiveness in the global economy. Dear learners, we are living in the age of globalization, 21st century globalization, and you know that Now the world is very competitive. So in order to survive in this world, we have to compete everything with we have to compete everywhere. Okay, so here we need to keep us fit, and that's why we need to acquire this skill in order to survive in this world. Beyond the assessment of reading, mathematics and science, it is now necessary to train other essential skills. Okay, we should not confine ourselves into the bookish knowledge only. Okay, I mean reading or doing mathematics or reading science. Besides this, we need to train other essential skills. That is the demand of the 21st century. I mean, we should not read only books and books. Okay, all people, not just an elite few, need 21st century skill that will increase their ability, employability, readiness for citizenship. Okay, now one thing you should know: those who are elite in the society, they know all these skills. They are good at in this skill, but it doesn't mean that only the elite person will lead our country to the highest peak of development. And for this, the common people should involve in this, and that's why the common people should also acquire this 21st century skill. Next, thinking critically and making the best use of the barrage of information that comes their way every day on the web, in the media, in homes, workplace and everywhere else. Okay, this is very important. This is the age of information. Okay, we can get information from different sources. We can get information from media, we can information from newspaper, we can get information in the workplaces. Okay, but we shouldn't believe any particular source of information. Rather, we should gather all this information. We now need to make a critical analysis of this information, and then we will take a decision. Okay, then these will assess the credibility, accuracy and value of information. If we do so, then our decision will be perfect, and it will be credible to others. When we have a lot of information behind our logic, then everybody will believe us, and that's why we should get information from different sources, and we will make a critical evaluation of this information that will help us to reach our goal. Okay, and finally it will help us to take a purposeful action. Next, solving complex multidisciplinary problems that all workers in every kind of workplace encounter routinely. The challenge workers face don't come in multiple choice format and typically don't have a single right answer. This is very, very important. Solving complex multidisciplinary problem. Dear learners, you know that in our everyday life, very often we face different problems that are unexpected. Okay, so in that case, we should have the capacity to solve the problem. Okay, because this is the demand of the 21st century, and in our practical life, when we will face any problem, we don't get any multiple choice format answer. For example, suppose I am going to meet my friend, and on the way I face an unexpected problem, and the answer might be I should not meet my friend, I should go back to my home, and I should try to involve in that situation. So now you have to put one of the answer. In our practical life, this will not happen. Okay, in that case we have to take instant decision, we have to take find instant solution, and that's why we should have that capacity. Otherwise we won't get in this multiple choice format in our life. Okay, no one can nor can they be neatly categorized as a math problem, for example, or passed up to someone at a higher pedigree. Again, in our everyday life, we don't face any problem just like math problems. For example, in mathematics, a plus b whole square equal a square plus twice ab plus b square. in this way we won't find any problem in our practical life. So at that time we need to have that capacity of solving complex or multidisciplinary problems. Again, business expect employees at all levels to identify problem, think through solution and alternative, and explore new options if their approach don't work. Often this involves group of people with different knowledge and skills who collectively add value to their organization. And one thing here I should say that in any organization where you are working, suppose you are working in an organization, in that place employees will evaluate you if you have the problem to solve you have the capacity to solve the problem, or if you have the capacity to explore a new option to solve any particular problem, then you will be evaluated, you will be honored, you will get priority. Now, creativity and entrepreneurial thinking skills are always associated with job creation. This is very, very important. Creativity, I mean thinking outside the box. Okay, if you have this capacity, you will be honored, you will be given extra priority. Okay, for example, many of the fastest growing job emerging industries rely on workers' creative capacity, the ability to think unconventionally and produce astonishing work. Students should develop the ability to recognize, act on opportunity, and willingness to embrace risk. Okay, here you see that in many workplaces this skills is highly evaluated. I mean, we have to think unconventionally. For example, now you are students, if you think that or if you are running after job, then perhaps one day you might be jobless. Rather think unconventionally. For example, now you can think that you will create an opportunity where many unemployed people will get the chance to work. Okay, then it will help you to develop our nation also. So try to think unconventionally, and at the same time you must have the willingness to embrace risk, because no risk, no gain. There is a proverb in English. Now you see, communicating and collaborating with teams of people across culture, geographic and language boundaries is a necessity in diverse and multinational workplace and communities. Okay, this is very important. Communication and collaborating. This is the most important skill in 21st century. Okay, how communicating. Suppose you know many things, but you can communicate with others, then you will not be evaluated or respected by all. Okay, you need to communicate, you need to work in a group. Okay, and you know, this is the age of globalization, and living in this global village, we need to communicate people with different backgrounds, with different cultural backgrounds. Okay, so in that case we need to know how to work together peacefully, and for this we should have the capacity of communicating and collaborating. Okay, if you are able to do so, then in your personal level you will be benefited also, because mutual beneficial relationships are important in achieving goal everywhere, and it will help you to reach your goal. And you know, in our constitution there is a nice sentence that friendship to all and malice to none, and we can do so if we have the capacity of communicating and collaborating despite our differences. Next, making innovative use of knowledge, information and opportunities which create new service, process and products. The global marketplace rewards organizations that rapidly and routinely find better ways of doing things. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, making innovative of knowledge. I mean, the 21st century always expects innovations. Okay, if we have the capacity to create something new, if we have the capacity to produce new thing with the changing situation, it will help us to go ahead. For example, I can say that Tanin group of industries in Bangladesh. Okay, first of all, they started their business with plastic utensils or home appliance, but with the but to keep pace with the changing situation, they are now producing all types of things, even medicine. So that company is now thriving, is getting more profit. So, and they are now existing with power. But again, I can mention another name of a company, that is O2B. Okay, they are producing very specific things, and as a result, this company is now vanishing in one word, I can say. So, the organization that rapidly and routinely find better ways of doing things, they will exist in future. So we have the capacity to make innovative things. And finally, you see, these skills will prepare everyone to prepare for the challenge of the 21st century, contribute meaningfully to the country's development. Now, dear learners, this is all about our text. Now you need to know the meaning of some important words. Indispensable means essential or necessary. Empower, enable to give official authority, credibility, trustworthiness or reliability, unconventional, unusual or strange, dynamic, energetic or vibrant, beneficial, useful or valuable, emerging, embryonic or developing, typical, archetypally or normally, categorize, classified or branded, evaluate, estimated or calculated. Okay, now dear learners, what we have discussed, now if we are asked to write the summary, then this might be like this. And one thing you should know, in your question paper you will get it in question number 3, I mean summarize the text. So if we summarize the text, then the answer might be of this text. Let's see. The focal point of 21st century education should be on producing working hands and future leaders. Our education must nurture and emphasize critical thinking ability. Creativity and problem solving ability are regarded as hidden treasure of human mind, because persons who possesses this can make credible judgment and decisions which are indispensable to run an organization smoothly. Another important requirement of 21st century education is to provide enough space to develop creativity and entrepreneurship among people. An effective communication skill helps develop a congenial atmosphere in a multidisciplinary organization. So, knowledge and communication and collaboration should be incorporated in education system. To some, innovative power is also to be developed through modern education system. Dear learners, now one thing I must say before concluding the session, that is the role of a teacher in education, especially in the 21st century education. Okay, the teacher will become the facilitator, mentor, sources or resources. He or she will make the environment anxiety free, so that students will feel relaxed there, shedding their tension and anxiety. And finally, I should mention one point on which I must emphasize, that 21st century will require knowledge. Okay, and schools, colleges and universities should not be made into a mechanical organization of giving or sharing knowledge or distributing or collective knowledge. Rather they will need to create a culture of inquiry that is shared equally both by teachers and students. Okay, so Dear students, that is all for today. I hope you have understood what you need to do to keep pace with the days coming ahead. Thank you very much for staying with me. Stay safe and sound. Bye.